Hey, and welcome to a gameplay of Before Dusk. So Before Dusk was a game we developed at Interactiva as a case study to research engagement of engaging audiences as using relatable content. And if that sounds like a mouthful, it is. But trust me, if you're a UMass student, then this should be pretty cool. So yeah, um, at almost 2 years after we launched this, I just wanted to put this out there. So yeah, and also heads up, I'm not a streamer, so forgive my boring commentary. Warning, I must say that this video game has violence and gore, so if you're not used to that sort of thing, I would suggest you don't watch this. But let's get right into it.
Following the worldwide pandemic known as the novel coronavirus, millions were displaced from their normal routines, forced to take precautionary measures.
I never could have imagined what was going to happen.
Tonight, a rapidly evolving public health emergency, with Massachusetts confirming its first case of coronavirus in Boston, the 8th in the U.S. so far.
We're nowhere near as prepared as we need to be. There are weaknesses both within the U.S., but especially around the world.
Unbeknownst to most of the students and staff at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, the administration had been secretly funding research into several unique isotopes that were rumored to cure the virus that had caused so much mayhem. However, this cure had side effects.
UMass Amherst will move to online learning for the rest of the semester to prevent the potential spread of the coronavirus. 22 News spoke with UMass students who moved out today and won't be coming back.
Some would say worse than the actual virus. Much worse.
That kicked off the race at drug companies and government labs to develop a cure for coronavirus, or at least its symptoms.
In terms of vaccines, the U.S. has moved at a pace we have never seen before. Still, it's going to be at least...
With growing pressure from the scientific community, the university had started human trials early.
Yes, Mom, I'm fine.
I'm just making sure you're okay, sweetie. Don't forget to wear your mask if you see other people.
Yeah, don't worry. Anyways, gotta go, Mom. See you later.
Alright, let's get right into it.
As if I had to worry. This place is a ghost town.
So if I press T, I can see the objective and I'll just walk towards it.
South College. Brings back so many memories. Hi, my name is Ryan. It's nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you too. My name's Alice. So, tell me, Ryan, are you doing anything after classes?
Good times.
Alright. So now let's go to the next objective.
Period. Leonard scores! A quick snap from John Leonard, and it's 3-0 UMass.
Damn, I really miss the hockey games.
Yeah, so when we developed this, we wanted to give a sensation that you were part of UMass. So that's sort of why we're giving this little introduction as to Ryan finding those little Easter eggs and remembering his past. This was developed back in June of 2020 when the pandemic had just started. So a lot of the stuff might be kind of outdated since then, but we worked in trying to kind of connect the game into real world events. Some people have mentioned that it was a little risky given that it was, and it still continues to be, a big problem worldwide and people have lost their lives. But at the same time, I thought that a way of highlighting a lot of the stuff that's going on and also connecting it to the real world, was creating a video game out of it. So we created this game as a case study to learn more about how relatable content can be used to engage audiences. And so I'll go to this last waypoint.
Do you ever dream about the future? About how life will be once college is over?
Always. Although, I like enjoying the moment.
Of course you do, silly.
I miss you, Alice.
One of the main questions I always get is like, how was the UMass map created? And it was basically hand modeled. It took about 3 weeks to model most of the environment, and the rest, placing the details and other scene design things, were done sort of in the last week. So about a month in total.
Who is that? Officer, are you okay? Please don't come any closer. What is going on? I should find something to defend myself with.
So now I have to defend myself against the zombie, the first one.
Please don't make me do this. Oh my god. What have I done? Fuck! Did I really just kill him? What is going on? Was it...
Oh, it just despawned.
What the hell? This is so fucked up!
So now I get a gun, and a little Easter egg I added to the shovel was the texture work was done by me, so I added my last name. If you can read it on the yellow label of the shovel, it says Chase, which is my last name. It's a little Easter egg I added. But basically right now I have to continue fighting the onslaught of zombies. And the night map was basically just a reskinning.
Oh gosh, are those more zombies?
Reskinning of a virtual tour map that I created previously.
Alright, Ryan. You got this. You totally got this. Just pretend it's a video game.
Okay, so now we're full on action mode. Starting first wave. Just gonna get rid of the zombies.
Totally a video game. Not so bad if you think of it like a game. But damn, these were living people. Something has definitely gone horribly wrong.
The source code of this game dates back to 2015, which is one of the first shooter projects I worked on. But most of it was developed during 2017 and 2018, and then left dormant throughout 2019 until I revived it to create this little mini game. Most of it was already programmed during 2018. It's sort of the soundtrack system and the wave-based sort of system was all done. It was all done in 2020, just to adapt to the game. So now I just have to keep shooting zombies, and after every wave I get like a little update on the story. Of course, these are easy because we're just starting, but they obviously get harder. So yeah, no problems there. Now Ryan tries to do some calls.
Hello, sweetie. It's late. Where are you?
I'm still at UMass. I want you to stay put. Something weird is going on, and I'm not entirely sure what. Stock up on food and lock the windows and doors. And don't let Timmy go outside.
So stereotypical.
What are you talking about? Are you feeling okay? We're doing all right. Remember, we're under lockdown since March.
Mom, trust me on this. Anyways, I really need to go. Please, take care.
Ryan, don't you...
I think the part that was most fun of creating this game was actually writing the story and the script for the voice acting characters. I mean, just kind of imagining it coming to place was probably making it a reality was probably one of the most fun parts of writing the script. So yeah, it was this whole thing was developed in about 3 months, including voice acting and just adjusting the source code and the map.
Getting myself into.
Some girlfriend problems here coming up.
Ryan, I told you we really need some time off from one another.
I know. But listen, I'm at UMass and there's something horribly wrong happening over here.
I swear, if this is one of your pranks again.
It's not. Just listen to me for a moment. It's important. I think something much, much worse than the coronavirus is going on. I think there are actual zombies at UMass. Oh, I know. I've encountered them.
I will hang up.
Wait, give me a sec. I'll explain.
Why do you make things so complicated? You never make even the slightest effort to correct yourself.
But it's true! I know it sounds hard to believe. I'm struggling to believe it myself. I just wanted to warn you. Please, I promise you, if this is a prank, you can get rid of me. I would never risk that. I love you.
I don't know what to say.
Just be extra careful. Even more than with the coronavirus. This is much worse. I have to go. Please, take care. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I will, Ryan. Take care. I love you.
I love you too.
So yeah, I'm no streaming expert, so yeah, I'm trying to do my best, but I've developed the game, so obviously there's no surprises for me in regards to what's happening. I just wanted to record this to have a little record in case the game is lost or you can't play the game and you want to know what happens, which was kind of an issue. I think the game is really hard if you don't know shooters, at least to get all the way to the end. It starts overall pretty easy, but then it picks up this pace. So I think I can beat it, but we'll see. So right now it's just kill more zombies that spawn, and they all spawn from the same place. Oh, sorry. They all come from the same place, so it's easy to predict what to do. At least for now. Then they start spawning all over the place. But the models of the zombies were just generic assets from Unity, so that's why they're kind of repetitive, and you've probably seen them elsewhere. But we had like a zero budget when we created this, so we were just like, let's just put some whatever zombie we can think of. But going back, I would have loved to have some more custom models. The police officer looks from the UK, so yeah. Now the prank calls.
911, what is the nature of your emergency?
I don't know how to explain this, but I'm being attacked by zombies.
Get off the line, kid.
I swear it on my mother's life! Fuck!
So fun fact, but at the time of writing the script, I had never actually dialed 911, so I didn't know what like 911 operators actually said. But instead of asking you the nature of your emergency, what they do is they ask the address or the location of the emergency first and foremost, in case you got disconnected. So a little accuracy problem there. If I would have needed to if I would have done this again, I would have fixed that. yeah, now I believe zombies start spawning from everywhere. But they're still kind of slow and easy to deal with. As long as, like, the trick is just not to stay too close, because if you stay too close, then they'll start hitting you. And there, I got hit. And then if you wait, eventually you'll heal yourself. So just make sure you don't stay next to them real fast.
Where are the cops when you need them?
So the glowing library, honestly, I just thought it looked cool, so that's why I just made the windows glow there. I think the lighting effects that it gives was worth it, even though the library never actually glows like this. Same with the little particles of pollen, or they look like fireflies. But I just wanted to create more contrast in the lighting, so I just added them. But they don't actually serve any purpose. And of course, they're not realistic. Ooh, I just got hit there. But if you look up, the library has the little blue lights at the top floors. And that's accurate as to how it looked back in April and May and the summer of 2020, I believe. The lights were lit up in honor of those who lost their lives. So I wanted to replicate that detail in the game as well.
911, what is your emergency?
I'm being attacked by zombies. Please don't hang up. I'm at the campus of UMass Amherst.
Prank calls to emergency services are a felony in Massachusetts.
This is not a prank call!
Hand me the phone.
This guy's a troublemaker.
I'll handle it. Hello, this is Colonel Anderson, U.S. National Guard. I've been informed of a massive congregation of bodies in the Amherst area, contrary to...
Yes, sir. They're everywhere. The zombies. Please send help!
All right, sit tight. We can't send anyone yet until we figure out what's going on. But we'll be sending a care package. Over and out.
Wait, but... What the hell does he mean by a care package?
So the thing is that we actually developed a lot of weapons because this was part of a bigger project for another shooter I was creating. And like, I was just trying to figure out how the hell can we make the player get more weapons as it gets harder. And well, the care package, sort of Call of Duty inspired care package, where the helicopter just drops a box full of weapons, was the way I thought of, like, making the player be able to get better weapons. So if I open this up, I can you know, load up on a lot of cool weapons. So let me go just do that. I also have ammo and claymores. So now that we have a machine gun, it's much easier to kill zombies. The 5.7 given at the beginning was purposefully done in a weak it's like a weak weapon, just so it takes a lot of shots. But once you have the assault rifles, you just need to hit them a few times, and then boom. All the reload animations and a lot of the weapon texturing and the arms texturing was done by us, even though the hands themselves, I believe, come from Counter-Strike. This weapon was I textured, and you can see I put the little Argentinian flag on it because I was living in Argentina when I created this.
So now what?
Hey kid, so what can you tell me about these so-called zombies?
Well, they act like your average video game zombie, complete with glowing eyes and everything. They want to viciously eat your brains. At least that's what I think. I haven't let them yet.
Alright, I'm relaying your information to the appropriate parties.
Relaying my information? What about helping me out over here?
Also working on it. In the meantime, try and hang in there. Over and out.
As if I had a choice.
Also wanted to make sure that the story was engaging and wasn't just a boring sort of like exchange of this random college kid getting rescued. I kind of exaggerated and made it into more arcade style dialogue and game, and the music suggests that like as the game evolves and progresses, it starts off like being dramatic and dark. The music and how the character sort of is surprised by the zombies, just quickly becoming into an arcade style shooter. Because I wanted to definitely have a lighter sensation to the whole zombies on campus theme of the game. Another focus was the realism. Like I definitely, if we go, I'm gonna pause this for a second. If we go into the options and graphics menu, right now everything is on high, and we can disable it. But with all the image effects and stuff that I added, I wanted to make sure that like it looked as close to the real deal as possible within this little square of the library. And the reason it's only this little square is because that's how the map was done so quickly and looked realistic, is by focusing the efforts on what's actually visible, right? I mean, even if you go close to like the old chapel, you'll see that it's actually doesn't have that much detail. Anyways, the music is suggesting I kill zombies, so let me get to that.
Sir, can you hear me over this?
Loud and clear. I apologize for the wait. We've almost got permission to extract you. We just need to run a few more tests in the lab.
Please, hurry it up. I'm trying not to get eaten alive out here.
We're sending another care package. It should be arriving shortly. Let me know when you receive it.
Will do. Don't forget my cheeseburger and fries. G.I. Joe out.
I love that line that says cheeseburger and fries. So now if I run out of bullets, I can just come here and pick up some more. Do that. I can also grab a claymore. The smoke doesn't quite render correctly with the grass when it explodes. I don't know if you noticed that, but we can see that again now. Oops, they avoided it. Oh gosh. See, the grass is still visible through the smoke. Okay. now we get a second airdrop. Yeah, the running animation's a little funky, but yeah, we did all the animations, so in-house. So some of them came out pretty good, others were could do a little improvement. But I really like the shotgun. It's probably one of my favorite weapons. But let's also get the smoke grenade.
Sir, I got the package. It's full of some sort of grenade?
That's correct. You're holding in your hands more firepower than a tank. Throw it toward a crowd of zombies and wait for our folks at Westover Air Base to rain hell. Just make sure not to get caught in the crossfire.
I'm not so sure about this.
I thought you didn't want your brains eaten out. Well, the option's there if you need it, son. Over and out.
So huge shout out to the voice actors who helped out in this project. They did an amazing job. Yeah. Okay, so now it starts getting a little tricky. So here, if you stay still, it can be a death sentence. So here you just gotta keep running, pretty much. This is the second to last wave. And we can actually use the little air support grenade. So let's just do that. I just tend to throw it in front because it takes a while for air support to see it.
This is Condor 1-1, striking coordinates on marker. ETA, 20 seconds.
And just so they get a little time to fire the air support. The range is pretty good on it, but if you miscalculate, like, I mean, I didn't calculate that well, so it looks like it won't catch many zombies. It's purposefully hard to aim at. So the airplane comes and shoots down the zombies, which I think is pretty cool, but it's purposefully hard because we didn't want to make it overkill. At the same time, even though it says like don't get caught in a crossfire, like the actual you can't damage the player through the explosion. We decided that
Received. Condor 1-1 will be providing close air support on target.
it's hard enough to hit the zombies. We don't want to kill the player, right?
Alright, kid. The test results came back, and we've got the green
final
light
wave
to pick
coming
you
up.
A helicopter should be arriving shortly. Make sure to clear the area before it arrives.
Finally. Not a second too early.
So big question that comes up if we used an FPS kit or some other pre-made sort of game package to create this. Almost all of this was done from scratch, and it wasn't done from scratch for like models like the characters and the character animations, but like the models, the whole source code, the vast majority of the source code.
Bird is on target. Over.
Most of it, I'd say about 90 to 95% of the game is done by us. So just to clear that one up, this is not an FPS kit. And now we have air support from the helicopter. I like the AI of how it targets sort of the zombies. Like that was probably one of the cooler things to code out of this project. And it is a little overkill. Like you can just run and the helicopter will kind of take care of them. But let's have some fun. And if this reminds you of another zombie game, you'd be right. It was heavily inspired. But I won't give the name. I'll let you figure that one Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Hear little voices when I'm about to die there. That was close. But if I keep running, I should be fine. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going into heaven there for a second. That was close. So like we configure the audio so that when you're like about to die, like all the sounds kind of drown out, and instead, oh my gosh, I screwed. Oh my gosh, that was so close. I thought I was gonna be trapped there for a sec. Sheesh. Like the final wave is by far the hardest, and we wanted to make it like just impossible. Like, but if you just run, you can figure it out. Maybe it's just use some more of these grenades. I forgot. I think it.
Coordinates received. Striking targets on your smoke. Over.
We did it. We did it.
And so, our protagonist is rescued.
Thank you.
No problem, kid. Here, the Colonel wants to speak with you.
You did great out there. Now it's our turn to handle it. There's just one last thing I need to ask of you. We need you to debrief a task force about your engagement with these so-called zombies.
Wait, where are you taking me to?
I can't disclose that information at this time. We're planning this on a need-to-know basis.
What about getting to the bottom of this? This is my school!
As far as you're concerned, this never happened. We're determining the best way to remove any evidence of this development.
You can't make this simply disappear. Even if you nuke the entire campus, there'd still be a crater and the thousands of students wondering what happened to their school. Let me go back. I have a hunch of the cause of this.
You're way out of your depth, son. No can do.
Please, hear me out.
What makes you think I'll authorize this excursion?
There must have been hundreds of zombies. If we don't get to the bottom of this, it'll spread like a wildfire. You don't have much of a choice.
To be continued.
I always wanted to continue this. It's still pending. Of course, this won't fly very popularly with the administration over at UMass because it's kind of demonizing them. But it's definitely up. It'll probably take a while, but hopefully maybe refine this one day and actually create a nice sequel to it. But yeah, this was Before Dusk, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us at Interactiva. This was one of our first projects, so yeah, of course it's a little rough around the edges, but overall I think that for our first project and our first game, it isn't that bad. You can download it in the description and play it yourself if you like. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Also, just a little quick update. Here's the download page. You can get the game over here, and just click here and whatever operating system you have, and you can install it. And I'm also going to include a little clip that I did in person. So I used a wide-angle lens camera to record myself just for 20 seconds, just for fun. Just sort of doing a real-life version of the introduction of Before Dusk. And I'll just leave it here if you want to watch it. Thanks again, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, don't worry, Mom. See you later. Oh, I miss you, Alice. Oh, I need to find a weapon to defend myself with.